Recently, Saudi government, to stem the spread of the coronavirus, stopped the incessantly ongoing activities of congregational prayers and circumambulation of Mecca. It was an unsavory and hasty decision, tough to be rationalized and accepted by ordinary Muslims. The scenario of deserted Mecca was a painful thing to endure for the Muslims across the board. The solace and comfort were, therefore, sought by watching a video of pigeons circumambulating overhead the Mecca instead of human beings on the ground. A sighful voice gushed from the inner recesses of my heart: Allah will punish those who forced this desertion and abandonment of House of Allah. InshaAllah. I do not know how hard or easy this decision was for the Saudi government, but sure seems to have been taken in haste without envisaging the ramifications. The Saudi government, with all the resources available, could have found a way without forcing desertion and abandonment of Mecca, as well as causing emotional, physical and spiritual pain to millions of Muslims there and billions globally. Allah said, "Whosoever enters it, he attains security." Q. 397. And we made the house for people to return to, and a place of security. Q. 2. 125. Now, the result is that many countries, following the suit, are deserting and abandoning their local mosques. The worshippers are left hanging high and dry, especially those for whom the mosque is the only place of solace to resort to. On top of it all, it exposed the secular and casual attitude of the Muslims, always wearing gallantry and self-praise on their sleeves, towards their religion. I was aghast to see that the Muslims, who are never tired of boasting to sacrifice their lives for the religion of Allah, simply abandoned his house, for fear of being infected with a virus whereby the death possibility is minimal. What happened to Manan's farsightedness, taqwa and tawakkul? It is sure an occasion, for those who always wanted to see Muslims defeated in Jihad-e-Asghar, to celebrate, for Muslims succumbed to the fear-mongering and defeated themselves in Jihad-e-Akbar, instead. So-called religious scholars, in reality religious seculars, are busy on national TV channels of their countries distorting different ahadith to justify the abandonment and desertion of the mosques and congregational prayers. For example, a famous religious secular, Dr. Professor, on a Pakistani TV channel narrated a hadith that Prophet, Pbuh, once commented on how to use grafting to increase the production of dates, which was acted upon and the production regressed. Prophet thereupon had to clarify and said, "You are better aware of worldly matters than me. I am here to teach the religious matters only." This hadith was used to justify the abandonment of congregational prayers due to coronavirus. Increasing the production of dates, in this case, has no religious dimension to it, whereas the abandoning of the congregational prayer does. Anyhow, the hadith was abused/distorted in the presence of, supposedly an educated/informed, bigwig anchor and two so-called religious scholars. Another hadith being touted is that Prophet, Pbuh, said, "Do not come to the mosque in heavy rain." Historically pertinent circumstances of this hadith are being utterly ignored in the zeal of justifying the point raised. Back then, people would either walk or ride an animal to the mosque. Now, those impediments are not commonplace, hence the application, by far, would change. Unfortunately, this hadith is being importunately quoted to justify the abandonment of mosques and congregational prayers. Alas! May Allah have mercy on Muslims, and enable them to resort to precautions, wisdom, taqwa and tawakkul instead of succumbing to fear-mongering. InshaAllah. By the way, in no way or sense, I am suggesting that the worshippers should let themselves be infected with coronavirus and die maintaining the sanctity of the mosques and prominence of the congregational prayers. Sanity, coupled with precautions, should have prevailed. Comment/feedback/like/share/follow. Shakir2.wordpress.com